That's right, friends. It's Friday. You know what that means. End of the week. And we're going to have a good time today with our special guest and Joey. We're going to play some theme park music, some Disney music, and a little Broadway. This right here is if you were walking through Disneyland by Snow White's castle. This is the music you would hear in the background. Doesn't it paint a lovely picture? I bet it does. Oh, when you wish. You know what? You know who likes to sing this? Joey Fatone. Joey, come on in, man. Where is he? Oh, he's got our friend Dumbo. Dumbo, you look fantastic today. Is that a teapot? What is that?
No, but I forgot. I was like, gosh, it's Disney too. And I forgot all my pals and all my friends. And Dumbo.
Oh, I love it. Look at you.
My kids' dolls, actually. It's not my kids.
Those aren't yours. Yours are very professional, Joey. I like
mine are very professional. I'd have the real Mickey Mouse costume. That's what it would be.
Do you have a real Mickey Mouse costume?
No.
I was gonna say, if you're one of those guys that are running up and down Times Square in the worn out Mickey, I'm on crack Mickey outfits.
I have a Minions.
Oh, nice.
How's it going? It's Friday.
It's Friday, baby. I'm excited. Friday.
Yes, I know. Christine said, oh, my God, I hope so. We can go to Disney in October. I know. If you haven't got a chance to see any of that stuff, shameless plug if we're going to do it. Hopefully, if Disney opens and everything else is good. October, I believe, Joe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. 26th, 27th, 28th. We're doing another Joey Fatone and Friends. I believe we're having Ryan Cabrera come back as well, Chris Kirkpatrick, and a bunch of other guests as well. So October 26th, 27th, 28th is what the date, I think, of it is. If they're going to do the Food and Wine Festival, I'm sure hopefully they are, if it's going to be later on. But who knows, people?
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, but you just announced it. Nice work, Joey.
Yay, baby. I just said it. I hope I'm fired.
You're bringing Ryan Cabrera out and doing that whole thing?
Yes,
that'd be kind of fun.
This gentleman that's about to come on has done it as well, because he does I can't remember what was the garden thing. I can't remember what the heck of it is. He'll come in and tell us about it. But I went and saw his performance. They do a whole Broadway thing as well,
nice.
Obviously for Disney and over at Epcot. But let's do two, three songs, and then we'll intro him in.
Yeah, let's get him in.
Let's go.
All right, so today, Joey, again, these are songs that have to do with theme parks, Broadway. We're gonna mix it up, a little hodgepodge, because our guest is tied to Disney, tied to Broadway, the whole 9 yards. So from one of my favorite movies, I'm gonna give you a little song from a movie. How about that?
Go for it.
Les poissons, les poissons, and the song, little feet.
This is my favorite Disney movie.
Their heads and I pull out
The legs. That's Les Poissons.
les poissons, les poissons,
Les Poissons. All right, very good. You got that one. That was nice, Joey.
Song, which John Stamos did on the live version of the sing-along for Little Mermaid when they did that thing, which I thought was very cute, but I should have done that.
What would you have sang?
Les Poissons, les Poissons.
Les Poissons.
Oh, no, the sing-along one? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would sing. It'd be fun to do something. I don't know yet. It'd be fun.
Well, I'm sure they'll do it again, because we're not
True.
going anywhere. So might as well have some fun.
What we could do would be a great idea is if you get some of the people that worked at Disney but also went to high school. We'll get into that as well, because we can get Michael, me, Fonzie, a bunch of other people, and do a whole sing-along for Disney. Anyway, next song.
Anyways.
A Pirate's Life for Me.
Yo, oh, yo, oh, a pirate's life for me. We want the redhead.
Do that.
Are those in sync? Those strings attached dance moves right there? Or is that
No, that's
animatronics?
The animatronics.
We want the redhead. I can't believe they
They
took
don't have
that
that
out.
anymore.
I know.
No more. It's the redhead still there, but now she's a pirate, which I think is cool. But just keep it original.
Right. I'm with you, Joey.
Mess with stuff. It's old. It's history.
Is the guy with the hair on the leg still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, that was my favorite dude.
Shameless plug for them. You know, during Halloween Not So Scary, they put real people in there. There's 2 or 3 people now that talk over where the bridges are and all that stuff. So yeah, there's actually real people in there. They do. It's kind of cool. Anyway, next song.
Right.
One more. Let's go.
One more. This is from a defunct.
This is my wheelhouse. This is my wheelhouse, man.
If you get this is from Epcot.
Don't do it and say it. That's not the Kodak one.
Have you ever looked beyond today into the future?
This Journey, Horizons?
Did you say Horizons?
Yeah.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That ride is no longer there. That pavilion is no longer there. Joey, what is now where Horizons used to be?
What is over there? I don't know. I haven't been over there in that corner, believe it or not.
Mission Space.
Is that what it is now?
Yep,
okay.
That's what it is.
That's
it took over.
That's right. Mission Space and what's the other one? That's right. Test Track.
Test Track. Yep. Test Track. All right, let's bring him in. You ready?
Yes, sir. Want you announce him, right? You going to announce him?
This is going to be fun, Joey, because we're going to use multimedia to bring this guy in. I'm so excited. So excited. The production level is going crazy today. You ready?
It's not just me pressing a button on the lights.
No, we are going to utilize the entire aspect and gamut of this production platform. Here we go. Hey, Joey, our next guest was born in Baltimore, Maryland, but he grew up here, right here in the city, beautiful Orlando, Florida. He worked as a child actor doing commercials, TV shows, musicals, performed live singing and concerts all around Central Florida, all while attending Dr. Phillips High School. His training extends back to the prestigious Broadway Theater Project. He has trained with some of the greats like Gwen Verdon, Gregory Hines, Julie Andrews, Ben Vereen, Savion Glover, and a mini plethora
Joey
more.
Fatone.
Joey Fatone. You probably have seen him in the cast of Mamma Mia, The Pirate Queen, Jersey Boys, The Book of Mormon, Shrek the Musical, and most recently played the genie in Disney's Aladdin. Hey, Joey, let's take a look at this clip.
It's time to get your wish on.
Aladdin on Broadway.
If you like bling, we've got all the bling. This here's my favorite part. This is more than just Broadway. It's spectacular. Now that's what I call bringing down the house.
Aladdin, dazzling Broadway one wish at a time.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Joey, let's welcome our fantabulous guest, Michael James Scott.
What's up?
I mean, that was like an incredible welcome. Good Lord.
Yeah,
Thank
this is
you
the first
so
time we're on
much.
video.
Listen, man, this is what I do. I don't sing, I don't dance. I just announce people's names. That's all I do, Michael James Scott.
Well, I am very appreciative of it. Yes. I
Now,
love
do we
it.
call you Michael James Scott? Do we call you Michael James? Do we call you Michael? What do we call you? Do we call you MS? What do we call you?
Actually, most people call me MJS. They're just like
MJS.
MJS. But you know, as my mom, I'm like, you did a good job. You gave me 3 first names, like a full
I
plethora
always
of
do
it
that.
all.
You always got to say it.
You gotta say it. You gotta
You have
say
to.
it.
MJS. I like it. I like
Listen,
it.
I have way too many Joe and Joey friends. I have to call them all by their name. Joe Mulvihill, Joey Fatone, Joe Janelle. Everybody gets first and last name. So there we go.
Yes.
Colleen said we saw him on Broadway last February. He was incredible. And yes,
Oh.
he was incredible.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you,
How
girl.
you been dealing with all this interesting stuff? Because I saw you actually not that long ago, really, in comparison to what's been going on. You know,
I'm doing amazing. No, I mean, literally, it's like the craziest thing. I mean, I'm in LA, so I'm actually based in LA. So I'm actually back home in LA, And it is kind of crazy. The last time I saw you, like, I mean, it was so short in terms of the time from when all this went down.
Right.
On March 12th, Broadway shut down. And I saw you, and we were at Epcot, like, you know, doing our thing. So, I mean, you know, I'm doing what I can do. And you know, the ups and the downs, the like self-reflecting. I've been doing lots of, you know, social media with a lot of friends and different media outlets, which has been really cool. But I'm just trying to like do something. But you know what? I will say, in a global pandemic, it's insane and amazing how the world has basically turned to the entertainment industry to like, you know, give some joy.
Right.
And
Give a
like,
thought.
have, you know, so that part of it, I'm like, all right, you know that you're being an artist and being a part of this industry is actually really an amazing thing right now because it's really needed. So hopefully after all this is over, you know, we'll remember what happened during the global pandemic.
Everybody will know exactly. Everybody will know what to do too. It's like, here we go again. Got to go back inside now for a little bit.
MJS is going to be like, he's going to say, hey, man, remember that time, Joey, that was on your crazy, dumb podcast and you guys were playing all those crazy songs and singing those things? What the heck was that all about? And you'll laugh and laugh and laugh.
All day long. All right, are you ready? You ready to play some guessing? Which I'm sure you know some of this stuff. I mean, come on, it's easy.
You're going to know. Yeah, we're gonna play. I'm gonna mix in some Broadway. We're gonna mix in some theme park stuff. You'll be good. I promise. All right. Here we go. Let's do this.
Me is ready.
All right.
Here we go. And play. There we go.
Brush away the dirt and soot.
Brush away your tears.
That's a musical.
Swept away.
Right?
Oh.
Hang around for years.
In all weathers up or last.
Oh my gosh.
We can see from Mars.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Is it Titanic?
No.
Titanic?
We may look up, we may look up, smash the door and smile.
Sounds like Mulan or like the Gemini or something.
But when we need a helping hand, we try to step in.
Shrek the musical?
Is it a musical? It's a musical.
Lenny. Step in time.
Oh,
Robbins.
well, because it's the beginning part. Oh, of course. Oh,
I was gonna say I didn't think I was gonna mess you guys up this early.
you messed me up so hard.
We will step in time.
Oh,
Never need a reason, never
He
need
tries
a
to stump us. That's why. You do
I didn't think that was gonna be that hard. I apologize.
I was so.
oh my! I am absolutely embarrassed. Like, how dare you?
I didn't know what the hell
How
was.
dare you, sir?
How
How
dare you? You started us off of the precursor of the song and all of it. So
Yeah,
I
stop
mean,
stumping shit like that. What's wrong?
You know
with
what? You're right. I'll get right to the meat of it. Here we go. Let's see if you
Thank
get
you.
this one. Hold on. Here we go.
Horrible.
If you
Maybe
don't,
I could make my father
you should know this now.
understand.
Ivy,
I
look at
just
this
don't
stuff.
see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be so bad. Look at this stuff.
Look at this stuff.
Isn't it great?
Oh,
Don't you think my collection's complete?
my collection's complete.
Say it, buddy.
Girl.
Nice.
Everything.
All right, we got that one. Nice.
Little Mermaid.
Look at this
Little
stuff.
Mermaid, exactly.
Treasures
untold.
Now, Jason, real quick,
Yes.
Jason.
Okay.
Now, are you playing some stuff from the actual musical and some from
Yes.
the actual cartoon? Is that what you're doing? You're mixing
Well,
it up?
yeah. I mean, we're mixing it up, dude. Yeah, those were
like it.
musicals. Those are
I
musicals.
don't mind you stumping. That was good, but the stepping time, that hurt me.
That hurt.
should hurt
I mean,
you.
I'm hurt.
All right, let's go back to
Just don't
theme
even
park.
guess. Just play the damn song. Don't
Shut
sing.
up, Joey. Dare you, son of a... I'm the one pushing the buttons here. Here we go. Let me get past this part.
And tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start.
Oh,
He
wait.
follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big
With universe tomorrow.
shining at the end of every day.
I'm telling you.
This is amazing.
What is this from? I know it. It took me a minute. But where?
But what is it from?
Think about it. We're talking Carousel of Progress. Sandra got it.
Oh!
That's the first when it's turning the great big universe of Chicago.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, next one.
When you were a kid, did you ever go to? You went to Disney a lot, though, didn't you? I mean, obviously, there was nothing else better to do but to go to Disney on our like spring breaks and stuff like that when we couldn't go anywhere. You know what I mean?
I mean, and not only did I go there, I like worked there as a kid as well.
Same.
Like I was like, giving you the full castle dance in front of the castle.
Were you
At
also
Dr.
you were Kids
Phillips,
of the Kingdom, or were you a cast member?
I was.
You say cast member. We don't
I
give
was
the
a
magic away.
cast. I was a cast.
Who are you
member.
friends of? You were friends with who? Who are you friends with? That's what they ask you. Who are you friends with? I was friends with Tigger. I was friends with people from Spectrum Magic. Those are my friends.
I was friends with like Pleasure Island dancers, like
Gotcha.
the PI dancers, and like
The fun
See,
people.
I
The
was
fun
with
people. I get it.
He was with the good people.
I love it. All right, here we
It's
go.
crazy. It's crazy how we do real quick. It's
Yep.
crazy how so many talented people did come out of Dr. Phillips in
Oh
high
my
school in
gosh.
Orlando, because not many people probably know that we went to high school together. He was you were a year after. When did you graduate? 90 what?
I graduated 98,
Was it
99. 8.
Yeah,
8.
because I met you
Yeah.
as a freshman almost pretty much. 'Cause I
Yes,
graduated
you met
in
me as a
95.
freshman.
And Wayne Brady went to
Yes.
Dr. Phillips. Luis Fonsi
Yep.
went to Dr. Phillips. DJ Khaled
Yes.
went to Dr. Phillips. You want to go Broadway? You got Tony Yazbek who went to Dr. Phillips. Who else?
Amanda Seals went to
Amanda
Dr.
Seals.
Phillips, who is now Amanda Seals.
Right.
Makia Cox on TV and film, Dr. Phillips. I mean, Austin Ayers, a Broadway, guy from Dr. Phillips.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We could keep going. It's kind of it's really
Jeanette
crazy.
is opera. Who else does this? So what's his name
Jeanette
doing opera?
Zarioli, Jess Munoz, Isai Munoz, and like in the upper
It's
world.
crazy the amount of talent that has come out of Dr. Phillips. It really is. It's weird.
Have you guys ever done like a benefit or a charity concert, bringing all these people back to do like
No, we
reprise
should
roles?
one day.
You should.
We absolutely have not done like there should be like an epic one, and it would literally be. I mean, it would be epic.
There's somebody who has their name on the outfield wall out there on the baseball field that could probably put it together. I'm just saying, Joe.
Talk about Joe Bovenhill. You want to tell that
No.
story real quick? Tell us
No,
the story
so I talked to, just so you know, I talked to Wayne Brady, I talked to Luis, I talked to obviously you, Joey, DJ Khaled, AJ Brzezinski. Everybody said they would love to do something, and we were going to try to do it this year at Dr. Phillips, where we had it open to other high schools, like a streaming thing where people ask questions of like when Joey was in high school. And
Like any kind of, we should do something where it's like any kind of person that's into whether it be editing, music, majority of the entertainment stuff. Even you got Susan Vargo, who actually does producing and produced SpongeBob.
He's a producer.
Rob Ash, who actually is the editor of Conan. Diane Riley, who is an agent.
My first agent was Diane Riley, like who is a big agent on Broadway. Like
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I went to Lake
absolutely
Howell.
crazy.
Nothing really came out of Lake Howell except Marquette Smith and me. And look at me.
Lake Highland?
Lake Howell.
Go Silverhawks, baby.
Lake Howell.
Lake Howell.
All right, let's keep on going.
We need to get that going now.
Yes.
I love it. Hell yeah.
Just make believe you're a tiny little seed. A tiny little seed that's
Dude, you going
reaching
deep,
up to
man,
meet
deep.
your need. With the
Just
right
listen to the land, bitches. I know this one.
right amount you'll grow to see the sunshine on your day of birth. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land. Listen to the land.
And the only reason why you went on this ride is because you ate lunch at the land pavilion, and you're like, I guess I gotta go on this ride.
I mean, you are going deep.
That's it, baby. Hold
Well,
on.
first of all, real quick, Sorn was not there.
No.
Kitchen Cabaret was there. They only went there to eat. It's true. And then you listen to the land.
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
With the Disney, the Mickey ear pumpkins when they make the pumpkins.
yes,
Right.
Yes.
This is so sad.
That's the
so
best.
sad.
Speaking of kitchen cabaret, Joey.
It's making me drink.
Oh,
Kitchen cabaret.
hey!
That's so funny. All right, next song.
Next song,
Remember that?
please.
Do you remember that?
What show is that from?
Kitchen Cabaret was inside the same area where the land was.
Oh,
And the animatronics were like tomatoes, talking tomatoes and carrots and celery.
Fruit,
Yes,
veggie,
yes.
veggie, fruit.
I love it.
Man, you're going deep into this thing. I love it.
I mean,
I love it.
I was not expecting it.
All right, let's play another song, and then we'll bring in our fan guest. She's sitting backstage. Here we go.
Sweet.
All right, let's get into this one. Here we go. Play. Mother Scratcher, play. Oh, it's decided to freeze up. Mother Scratcher. All right, man, it's terrible.
You suck.
It's terrible, Joey. I know. Here we go.
As you're getting that, what was your first actual big Broadway break for you? What was your big, like the one where I said, you know what, I made it.
Oh gosh, well,
is it something rotten this way comes? What did you do?
No, because I mean, my first Broadway show was All Shook Up, which was now 15 years ago. At this point, 16 years ago, going on 16 years. I know, which is crazy. But I think probably like what really sort of like as I was going through the thing, I would probably say like Hair or like Book of Mormon really. Sort of like I started to just really, kind of.
Nobody knows. Yes.
I am the man who's saying I have maggots in my scrotum.
that is in that show. That is me.
That is me. That is me on the album. Yes, that is me. And
I worked with Maya.
Oh. Yes.
Who was in Frozen? She did one of the voices of the rocks in Frozen. She was in Rent with Me.
Maya.
Yes.
She's amazing. But I would say it was that, and like working with Matt and Trey, those boys. That was
how was that? Were they there? Obviously, because it was the first. Like real quick, I know because sometimes here's the difference between me and you. I've actually jumped into roles. I've never made a role, or I've been the process of when it started. So when you're with them, is Matt and Trey there? Like,
oh yeah, Matt and Trey are in the room. They are like, like Trey. I will never forget the day Trey came up to me and was like, he literally whispered. He was like, okay, no one knew that I was going to be saying I have maggots in my scrotum.
Right.
It was the genius of Trey and like what he does. He literally came up to me, pulled me aside, and he was like, Michael. He was like, so at this point, you're going to sing, I have maggots in my scrotum. And we kind of paused, and he was like, you're cool with that, right? And I was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, but don't tell anyone. Just don't tell anyone. And I was like, okay. He was like, just do it when you come in for the run. And I was like, okay. And I did it, and literally like the room stopped and that was because, I'm crazy like that. Like, sure, if you want me to do it, why not? And that's the kind of stuff that would happen in the room. Like Josh Gad would be, they tailor it to you, and it's this cool thing, and they're open. Like, when you have writers who are just amazing and brilliant like that, that's why the writing is so amazing, and they go with the person with the talent, in terms of like what works for them. But how
long was that process? How long did it take as far as getting it from workshop to stage?
About 5 years.
Isn't that crazy? Like, people don't really realize how long Broadway shows, and that's what's so important. That's what's really weird about, obviously, with this. It's killing the Broadway community right now by not doing any shows. Obviously, no audiences up because they rely. I mean, there's so many people and so much stuff in production and things that go into it that not many people really are aware of, and how long of a process it takes. And what's crazy about it is there's some shows that will take 4 or 5 years to get up. It will get up and it will close that week, and you're like,
close. Like, you on Tuesday, you're told your shit is closing down on Sunday.
I did, yeah. I came in the little shop of horrors and they're like, hey, listen, we want to do it for 6 months, but we may go to just 3. They actually told me that. They're like, it may not go for the 6 months full, but we're definitely gonna do 3. It's like, okay.
That's why it is. You're absolutely right. I did the very first secret reading of the Book of Mormon, like probably 5 years before it was actually on Broadway. Like, so it's kind of this. Yeah, yeah.
I have a question. When did you?
No.
Shut up. When did you get Aladdin?
I got Aladdin actually because the director choreographer of Aladdin was also the co-director and choreographer of the Book of Mormon, Casey Nicholaw. And while I was doing the Book of Mormon, basically, he had Aladdin kind of coming around it was coming up. And I actually did a show called Something Rotten in between that. And while I was doing that, he was like, I want you to come. He's like, I want you to come in for the genie. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it was never even on my radar, but that's how I got into that world. It was him. He was like, you got to come in. You got to come in for this. You're the genie.
But was that before Will Smith got it for the movie? Because I find it amazing if you got it picked as a black man. Seriously, I find that amazing that it was because you were incredible. I saw it. I mean, incredible. But I don't know if they pick it because they thought Will Smith was going to do the movie. Did they pick it? I was just curious if that was even a thought.
That was all after, for sure. Will Smith came in after, and Will Smith is Will Smith, so it was obviously box office draw, and he's Will Smith, so there was this thing. They also, I think they really, it was really to get away from the Broadway production. There's 2 separate productions.
Right.
It's the same entity and it's the same foundation, but it's 2 separate productions. And I believe that they really, the success of the Broadway production, in my opinion, would not have brought it to what the success of the movie came, because I believe that this thing, this like in the ether of this amazing thing that was on Broadway really reignited the brand of the show. And so then the movie came along, and it was just sort of kind of like a train. It kept going up. But it was Will Smith came after all the Broadway stuff had.
That's awesome. So you crossed the color barrier, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Robin Williams to that.
Yeah, because it was blue and now it's a black.
Oh, he's so stupid.
Well, and then, but there's also, I saw something online where it was, there's like 5 black genies, and you guys all performed on stage together. That's the
5th anniversary of the show, absolutely. But the original stuff with the genie, we actually went back to the original concept of what the genie was before Robin Williams came into it. So this version of the genie was actually way before what we're now seeing and what the version that we're seeing now. Once Robin Williams came in, when Robin Williams came in the 1992 animated version film, it was Robin Williams, and he was a big star at the time. He was at the height of his thing. That was Robin Williams. So they decided to have, that happened, and the genie became that. But the original stuff that was the genie was all this stuff inspired by like Fats Waller and Cab Calloway and like all that like, that big band music. And that's what they went back to for the stage version, which I think translates in such a beautiful way. And also decided to really differentiate from Robin Williams, that was that to this version of it.
And it's not easy to do too, meaning like for people to really accept it too, because people always have, Robin Williams in their head. And it's like, no.
Totally.
You got to completely get that completely out and go for that. That's why I always hate when people be like, oh, that's a remake. That sucks. This is that. It's like, no. Take your mind completely off of what you've seen and make it its own thing. Now, you can either like it or you don't, but make it your own thing. Can't compare. You can't.
Please.
I know that.
I was scared. They were like, you could be the genie. And I was like, what?
Right.
I was always curious of that. And I know it's a weird question, but Joey called me the day he saw it on a Saturday. I saw your last show on a Sunday. He called me at intermission. He called me at intermission and said, dude, just wait till you see this. And again, after I saw it, blown away. No matter, it was incredible. And that's such a hard thing to do because the movie was so great. Everything, the first Broadway show was so great, and it took it to a whole nother level. Anyway, back to the game. I just wanted to know that.
And it's very hard. It's very difficult for Joe to be complimentary towards anyone else other than Joe. So
again,
very honored.
All right, Joey.
Let's go.
Let's just bring in our guest, shall we? Let's bring our fan guest in. Let's get her
Who
in
we have
play.
here?
We gotta bring her in. She's all the way from the great state of Arkansas, home of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Make some noise for Lynn.
Lynn's been watching a bunch of times. We see your name pop up every now and then. Good to see you, Lynn.
All right, Lynn, you know what we're doing here. We're just playing Disney music, Broadway music. We haven't really got into played a couple Broadway Disney songs. I might throw in a couple regular Broadway songs here in a few minutes, but let's do some more Disney, shall we?
Sure.
Okay.
You good, Lynn?
I hope so.
Come on, Lynn.
Lynn, sorry, don't worry, you'll be all good. Here we go.
If there's a price for rotten judgment,
I know it.
I guess I've already won. No man is worth the aggravation. That's ancient history, been there, done that. Think you hidden, he's the earth and heaven. Do you try to keep it hidden? Honey, we can see through you.
Do we know it?
Lynn, do you know what that is?
From Hercules.
There you go.
You are correct. Nicely done.
Ariana Grande just did it.
Fun fact about that. The voice of that character in the movie is Susan Egan, who is the original Belle on Broadway.
Wait a second.
Correct.
Wait. We have a theme song for fun facts. Hold on. Wait a second. All right.
Oh, we do?
Hold on. And now, a fun fact from Michael James Scott.
Just so you know, the original voice of that song was from Susan Egan, the original Broadway Belle from Disney on Broadway.
She is a sweetheart.
And that was a fun fact from Michael James Scott.
Thank you.
So stupid. I love this show. Anytime somebody comes with a fun fact, they get that song. All right, here we go. Ready?
There's no place I'd rather be. Lingering in the ocean blue.
Roller coaster ride.
I surf till the sun sets beyond the
Come on, Lynn, you got this.
flying by on the
I would know this.
What'd you say?
I said, you think I would know this?
What movie's it?
You know it.
Moana?
No. There you go. Nice.
I don't know. We won't give it to her since she said it after, but she corrected herself.
All right, very good. Here we go. Let's go a little Hey, let's do a little Broadway.
Lynn's video is sponsored by Sonic. Good job.
I'm going to say that on it. Did you get the tater tots?
Love it.
Would you say,
Here we go.
Would you say, Michael, did you get the tater tots? Is that what you said?
Oh, come on, tater tots. I'm in right
Sonic?
now.
I've never had it.
She's thick.
This is a Broadway version of this. Let's get into it.
Tell anybody, just play it.
Shut up, Joey.
I know it.
Beauty and the Beast.
Lynn yelled it.
As it can be. Never even friends, then somebody friends
I love it. I love when people go full
What is it? People
bravado.
Bryson,
That
right?
was an easy one.
I know.
I like the easy ones.
I love
Oh,
it.
the little scared.
Number one said had to take
Even
it.
what her prayer, Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
You gotta go Kubo.
The vibrato.
The vibrato. Here we go.
Speaking of which,
Oh, speaking of which,
do you
Joe.
ever change your vibrato from when you're doing Broadway as opposed to regular singing in a sense of like an actual song, a normal song, or a hip hop R&B song? Because I tend to do that as well.
Yes, actually, there is. You know what's up. Absolutely, you got to change it up a bit. You got that pop. You know that pop.
And then
a little breathier. You know the studio. You know.
Yeah. I know the little tricks.
Yes,
little
sir.
tricks, Trey.
That's awesome.
Let's do it, Jason. Next
Here
song.
we go.
Very heroic. Oh, wait a minute.
Lynn, if you get this, I'll be shocked.
I think I know what this is.
Canada, my Canada.
Maybe not.
Your lifetime journey for the traveler. Canada, my Canada.
What is this?
This one is hard.
They're not saying A at the end of it, though.
Have you guys ever been to the Canadian Pavilion at Epcot?
At Epcot,
Watch that
this is
Circle
Epcot
Vision
moment.
movie.
No, once. Someone just said it, Deb, Canada Pavilion.
That's it.
Why do you walk, when you walk by Canada, all you smell is salmon? Why? You ever notice that?
That's great. It's either that. It's either that, or you hear the bagpipe rock band. What's the name of that band? I forget the name of that band.
I forget.
I don't know.
You lost us on that one. Next one.
Come on, Joey. How dare you? Let's get into it.
Fantasia?
What is it? What'd you say, Lynn?
Fantasia?
Oh my God! I know it. You can't hear it. It's too loud. What is it? What is it from, Lynn? Can you hear it, Jason? Lynn was yelling it out. We don't know if it was right or not. What'd you say?
Fantasia?
She said Fantasia. But it's not.
correct.
You know it, Michael? You know it?
It's the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
There it is. Off Kilter. That's the band. Thank you. Off Kilter.
Great
there you
Movie
go. Yeah.
Ride, little tidbit there, is no longer there. It is the Mickey and Minnie train, which is adorable. It's really freaking cute, really cool. It's crazy the way
Joey,
is that
a fun fact?
That is a fun fact. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, come on, dude. Gotta have some pre-production going on here. And now, a fun fact about a defunct ride at MGM Hollywood Studios from Joey Fatone.
Fun fact. Did you know that the Great Movie Ride is not there anymore? It is Morte. But what's happening is now there's a new ride. It's Mickey and Minnie's, I believe, Runaway Train. Or train ride, if you will. It's very good, very technologically advanced. And that's my tidbit there. Thank you, Jason.
That was Joey Fatone mangling the English language. And a fun fact. Oh my God!
Sponsored by Captain Morgan, people.
There it is. I love it. I want more fun facts.
Captain Morgan.
All right, Joey, you ready for this one? I hope you get this one.
When you wish upon a star.
Is there a specific place for this? Ooh, the Spectrum Magic.
Joey, Spectro Magic.
Oh, Spectral Magic.
Worlds of wonder on this magic
Very nice. Good job, Joey.
Glimmering, shimmering. Why do I know that song? It's embedded in my
Jason,
brain.
Watch
Yes.
the volume. Watch the volume because they're all talking and you're not paying attention. You're either calling for
You
a
don't
drink.
like it when I sing really loud.
You're fine, Joey. I'm talking about Jason.
I'm paying attention. All right. Thank you, Joe. I apologize.
All right, next song. How many more we got?
Man, I got it. Two.
Oh,
I
that's
got
easy.
it.
Easy.
Oh. Electric
What
light.
does Lynn know?
Play the beginning. Play the beginning. Best part. Oh, I thought I was going to sing the whole intro.
Do you know Lynn?
Honestly, no, I
Okay,
don't.
bye, do this.
Come, you don't know it? Oh. It's a
Lynn,
classic.
have you ever been to Disney World or Disneyland?
I've been to Disney when I was in high school, and that's been almost 28 years ago. So
Well, this was there 28 years ago.
It was.
the electrical
The ma-
parade, the
There
thing for
you
the electrical
go.
parade.
That's what
That's
happens
it.
when she reads Olivia's message. Good job, Liz.
Good job, Olivia. Oh, I
you,
love
Thank
it.
you, Olivia.
How about this one? How about this one? Hey, Al Fuentes. Yes, I changed my shirt. Maybe you should watch a couple different episodes, sucker. Freaking people.
You have been
busting.
wearing the same Captain America shirt for the past 4 days.
No, maybe the same pants, but not the same shirt. All right, how about this?
This Fantasmic?
Is it in the park or is it a musical or is it from a movie?
When stars are born.
Okay.
Oh.
That is the color of a light in California Adventure, if I'm not mistaken.
They have the
No,
power
it's an Epcot.
to make a wish
No.
come true.
Disney's fireworks?
Shh, listen.
Oh, this Magic Night.
Wishes, Lynn. Nice. I wish I might. It's a Wishes theme song for the fireworks.
A lot of Disney people that know this. Look at this. Lee Evans. A bunch of people do.
All right, Lee Evans.
Christina. My fishes.
Come true.
But did you hear how it went? Come true. And Michael's like, come true.
And we learned a while ago, Joey, why that is, didn't we?
Yes. Well, if I did become true, I don't do that. It's come true.
I love it.
That's it right there.
Oh no, that's not the one I want.
Speaking of shows, real quick, before you get that, Mike, when you did shows and you were doing, think about this. Of course, people don't really realize this, that when you do a show, especially a new show, you're contracted pretty much for a year and then renegotiate if you want to. So some people have been doing the same show for 2-3 years, 8 shows a week. And it's ridiculous. Do you get bored? And has there ever been a time that you've done something on stage, hopefully not get in trouble for it, but on stage to either break character or do something that maybe the audience didn't see, but you did or somebody else did that was funny? Because we played some pranks and jokes on some people sometimes, which was pretty funny.
Yes.
That's all we can say. I get you. If it's too bad, then don't say it.
Well, I will say this. There has been one of the like craziest times for me was actually when I was doing Jersey Boys, and you kind of go through. It's a lot when you come after months and months. At this point, it had been I think 8 months, and I had the full after nightmare moment where I went completely blank.
Yeah.
And the problem with that though was that my monologue at that point, because the black man role in Jersey Boys basically comes on stage, he riffs and he leaves like every time. Like he literally is like, oh. Like it's basically that the whole time. So I was on to do this thing, and this is the time when he introduces the 4 seasons. It's like it's the radio disc jockey who introduced the 4 seasons, right? I because I was completely thrown off by someone giving me a joke, and I was like, but the problem with that whole situation was that was the cue. That was the cue for many, many, many things to happen.
Right.
Lighting, automation, actors, set, everything. So off stage, I saw people basically doing this.
Waiting
to go on. And that was a wonderful time where I shouldn't have been playing around with this person.
It happens.
And it happens.
It happens. I did it once.
Oh, yes.
I went blank during this right before the end of the first act in Rent. And I might have said this before, where everybody's waiting a cue off of me, and it was like I was looking at a sheet of paper that had no words on it in my head, and I could not get on track. And and the music stops. It's La Viva Web. So I stood there, and it felt like eternity. And then I kept trying to think of the words, and all that came out of my mouth was "Fire on the Wall." Mimi and Roger give a kiss, and everybody behind the whole cast is behind me too, mind you. Everybody's on stage waiting, and all you just hear is. I'm like, son of a gun. Yeah, it sucked. It was brutal. All right, we got 2 or 3 more songs. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Oh my God.
We're going old school Broadway.
I love it.
I'm gonna wash that
man right out of
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way.
What's up, bro?
You know that?
That man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wake that
Oklahoma?
Not Oklahoma.
Another Rodgers and Hammerstein.
You know this one?
South Pacific.
Yay!
Good job, Lynn. Nice. What about this one, Lynn? Do you know this one?
Yeah, I didn't even know that one.
And the baby's crying.
Ah.
And the bullets flying. I like the island Manhattan. Smoke on your pipe and put the
West Side Story.
Okay.
West Side Story.
Yes, you're right, Lynn. You're right, Lynn. Congratulations.
Jason, I got a fun fact for that.
What?
I got a fun fact.
Huh?
You gotta do what, Joey?
I got a fun fact for that song.
Oh, wait a second, Joey. Hold on. Wait.
Where are you?
Sorry. And now another fun fact from Joseph Matone.
Fun fact of that song. The first production I ever did in high school, and I was nervous for the 2 productions to even audition. I was very nervous, and I even went over to the auditions and didn't even audition. But the final audition I did was at the end of the year, and oh yes, it was West Side Story, and I played Chino. But if you listen very carefully, I don't even sound Spanish. If you've ever seen it, I go, "He killed your brother." Didn't sound Spanish at all. I don't know what it was, but that's what came out of my mouth.
And that was another fun, racially motivated fact by Joey Fatone.
It wasn't Rachel.
I know, but it's great. I love how you said I didn't even speak Spanish.
Hey, let's do a few more, but real quick, Lynn, I noticed that you're answering. I'm watching all the questions. I noticed that when somebody in the comments says West Side Story, I see your eyes go, West Side Story.
Wow.
It's all good.
Have you been cheating,
I
Lynn?
can't see the comments. Honestly, I cannot see the
don't worry.
comments.
Okay.
Don't worry. Robert Hershevik last week was using Shazam. He was cheating big time, so it's okay to cheat. We don't care. All right, Lynn, you're from Arkansas. You're from Arkansas. You cheat.
Let's do it.
Oh, really?
You cannot just believe partway. You have to believe in it all.
I know what this is.
Doubting the Lord's will instead of standing tall. I can't allow myself to have any doubt. It's time to set my worries free. Time to show the world what the price is about and share the power inside of me. I believe that God has a plan for all of us. I believe the plan involves me getting my own planet. And I believe that the current president of the church, Thomas Monson, speaks directly to God. I am a Mormon.
I'm a Mormon, just
I like Me But Mostly Me is a good one too. That's Joe Movihill's theme. Me but mostly me.
I love it. I love it. How about this one?
Someone put a video of your speech online.
Oh, let's get into it.
The world needs to hear this. Favorite, I know someone who really needed to hear this today. So thank you, Evan Hansen, for doing what you're doing. I never met you, Connor, but coming out here, reading everyone's posts,
Lane, you know
so
that
easy
one?
to feel Vermont, Sacramento. Thank you, Evan Hansen.
No, I don't know that one.
All right, real quick. It even said the actual musical in the name, and I've never even heard this song, and I've never even seen the musical, but I knew it because of if you just paid attention. Evan Hansen. Right? Evan Hansen? Hansen?
Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan Hansen. I didn't even know that.
I've never heard of that.
You've never seen that?
I've never seen that. No.
Girl, you need to get the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's amazing. Amazing soundtrack.
Okay.
I've never seen it yet.
I believe you. But I've
Dear
never
Evan
heard
Hansen.
that. I'm sorry.
All right, Lynn.
It's all right.
We know that you don't go to Disney, nor do you like musicals. Next song.
Next!
Again, step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. 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 Right. That connects with, turn, out, in, touch, step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. Got it? Going on. And turn, touch, down, back step, pivot step. Walk, right. Let's do the whole combination, faces.
Anyone?
Let's
Well,
do the
not you,
ballet
Michael. Don't
combination.
say it.
First group of girls, second group follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Joey, yes. Good job, Joey.
Oh,
Lynn, get it?
Where's that?
God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
I'm so screwed right now, really. I am.
Michael, how many times have you, when you first went to auditions, for some odd reason in anybody's head, that's exactly what goes through your mind? It does.
Absolutely. Like, it absolutely goes through my mind. It has gone through my mind many a times. God, I hope I
That
get
or
it.
tits and ass, one or the other.
Well, obviously, it's an ask for me, for sure.
But when
That
you
was from
get
the
there,
chorus line, and the one before that was Book of Mormon.
thank you.
The Mormon. Okay.
Before
Yes.
that, this one, the one that you just heard was chorus line now. So
Lynn,
Okay, two more
Lynn,
Lynn, we're gonna
When
give
you have a homework, you have homework to do. You have lots of musicals that you need to
I'm
go
sorry.
on in this socially distanced
it's
time.
okay.
This is a rare day off of work for me. I've worked probably over 150 hours in the past 3 weeks, and my mind's not where it needs to be right now.
But this is where your mind should be. Nowhere, exactly. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's right or wrong. It's okay.
Yes.
This and
I
other time.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Lynn, we're gonna play that. No one's gonna guess this one except you. If you don't get this one, Lynn, we're gonna have a problem. I'm gonna send.
Do I do for a living?
No, I'm just gonna send Michael.
Somebody
and
asked
Scott
what I
to
do
your
for a
house,
living.
and he's gonna promote, and he's gonna teach, and he's gonna do step, kick, ball, chain, flip. You're gonna have to learn choreography. All right. You don't get this one right.
All right, let's do it.
What did you say?
Annie.
Oh, there you go.
Lynn has redeemed herself.
It's a hard knock life. Lynn, nicely done. I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you.
That was
Michael James Scott does not have to go to Arkansas now. He's very happy. He's super pumped that you got that one right.
Let's give it up
I
for Lynn
don't
one
know.
more time. Thank you, Lynn, for being
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn,
Yeah.
somebody asked
for
you, what
trying
did
to
you do
guess.
somebody asked you what you did for a living that you worked 150 hours. That's what it was.
I work in unemployment insurance.
Oh,
Hey.
you're working for real.
I'm working for real. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you on that. Wow.
Well, we
It's not
Thank
fun.
you.
Hey,
Thank
Lynn,
you.
if you could get to Florida and figure out our whole unemployment system, that would help us out. Joey and I are
We can't
totally
even figure
applying
it
for it.
out in Arkansas, okay?
I mean, but at least you guys can count. We can't even count when we vote. So I mean, we
Yeah.
need to figure something out.
Help us out, Lynn.
And then come on to California too. We got you. You can do a
Okay,
whole
I'll
trip.
do that. I'll do that.
A nice round of applause. Lynn, thanks for playing today. You were great.
That's fine. Even though I suck. Thank you.
You didn't suck, Lynn. You did not
No
suck.
problem.
I love it.
Michael,
I
how
love
do you feel about this crazy show that we've been doing now?
I mean, it's everything. I'm obsessed. I love it. It's awesome.
I want to get, like I said, my dad said, "Where's my check?" What do you mean, where's your check? I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know
where's
where
your
your check is. Not here. You've been finding that. But I
We'll
think
learn
we definitely
today.
need to do another Broadway show, another one like this. But we'll get Merle. I think we should get Merle. We should
Yes.
we can get Drew Lackey, who did Broadway. We get some other people. Get Tony. We should get Tony. I think we should get a
Yes,
few people.
let's
That'd be
get
fun.
some people. It will be really fun. We should absolutely get some people. It really would be.
That's a good idea.
You also should get Amanda Seals on here, and she will
Oh,
she will go. You do some hip hop, like she
yeah.
is like the master
Oh no,
of all of that.
We'll do one where it's all like we'll do categories where people can pick categories and stuff and then figure out what we need to do.
Yes.
That'd be dope. We're getting better. We're still. I mean, we even had video. This is the first time we had video element for someone as amazing.
That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good.
Well, this is awesome. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous in the best way.
There he is.
Look at that handsome man.
Oh
Just
my!
wanna look at him and rub his head. Just rub his head.
You would not be surprised, but that is the cover on my father's phone. And he literally shows it to people.
Dude,
and
I was about to say,
course.
your parents are so proud of you. It's not even funny. I've met your folks many, many, many times.
You
But
should-
it's
yes.
so awesome to see them now and see you and how excited they are for you. I think that's all. I mean, your mom and dad's, they were so great. I think it was your dad's birthday when I saw him, right? It was your dad's birthday?
Yes, absolutely. Yep,
It was
sure
was awesome, man. It's so good to see families like that where they're like, you know what, that's my son. Shit, it's awesome.
Yes, and I'm like, yes, I know, and your family too.
Same thing.
Your mama, your
But
dad.
it's cool
Come
to
on,
see.
I
But it's
know.
cool to see somebody else's family. You know what I mean? Like I see my dad, and I
Yes.
can tell my dad's proud. But it's cool to see somebody else. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
and especially from your hometown in a sense where people have made it. Like even Fonzie, you know, Luis Fonzie. I always say Fonzie. I said, dude, I am so proud of you. Like people are like, hey, you can do a song when you do this. I'm like, no. This is his time to shine. I'm gonna step back and watch. And it was awesome. It's been awesome.
Fonzie came to Aladdin and sent me a DM. I didn't even know he had brought his son to Aladdin.
Oh, really?
He came. And he sent a DM and he was like, I was watching. It was in the stage. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Michael. Holy crap! Like I didn't even. He's like, I didn't even expect it. He sent me a thing. I was like, I didn't even know you would come. And he sent me a DM that he had brought his son. It was so crazy. Just again, DP, Florida connection. There's something in the water in Florida, y'all.
Even, by the way, I found the Dr. Phillips alma mater. It's totally better than Lake Howe's alma mater. This is it.
I never even heard it.
Hey!
That should be the song.
It should be. I don't know why we need to get somebody over there to change the alma mater to that. And
No
people
kidding.
coming out of the classrooms and all their dance apparel and they're just doing dances all over the place. I love that.
Well, Michael, thank you again, man. I really appreciate you doing this for me. I love you. We will
Love
definitely do
you.
this again.
Thank y'all. It's amazing what y'all are doing.
Nice. That was awesome. Thank you.
What you got going on right now? Are you doing anything in the meantime, in between time, like something like this? Are you doing something that you want to plug or yell?
Yeah.
Again?
I'm doing stuff actually a lot on my social, but also on the Disney on Broadway social, doing a bunch of stuff with that, which has been really fun, and a lot of stuff within the Broadway community. So I always put up, the thing. But it's amazing to have things like this that y'all are doing, making people smile. Is what we need. So thank y'all for what y'all are doing. For real.
No problem,
for real.
man. I love you. Have a good one.
Love you.
Jason, you want to take it out real quick?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Hey, make sure he figures out that song that we were playing earlier. What was that one that I played and he didn't know what it was? Especially if you're doing Disney on Broadway.
Oh,
what was it? Step in Time?
Step in Time.
You have to remember that.
Brown's gonna kill me.
I didn't know the beginning though. I didn't know the Broadway beginning one. That was it took me in for a loop.
The original Mary Poppins is going to kill me. Ashley Brown, who is a very good friend from Florida as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
what's the thing you do every year now with Epcot, real quick, before we go? What was the one?
The Festival of the Arts at Epcot Center is amazing, and they have a Disney on Broadway concert series that happens every year. That's awesome, and hopefully next year I'll be able to come back and do it. But it's amazing. If you haven't gone, you've got to go.
It's fantastic. You got to see him just wailing on songs. You did Beauty and the Beast. You did also from Hercules.
That's how we do, boo.
I can go the distance.
Oh, my favorite.
I'll be there.
I love it. All right, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Michael.
I can't believe you guys didn't get Step in Time. Come on. That's all right, though.
Nobody knew the beginning of
Jason,
it. If you did,
you played the beginning that nobody ever hears in Step in Time, bro.
Oh, they don't do that on Broadway? They don't start at the beginning and go to the end? They just pick it up in the middle, Joe? How dare you? I've been to Broadway. I've seen it. They sing it from the beginning to the end.
You jerk. All right, Jason. Thank you so much, brother. I love you. Quite a fun Friday. We're going to be back, of course, on Monday. We got some great people. Monday, who do we have Monday? I don't even know. We'll find out. I'll be
find out
on Saturday. Who do we have Monday? I think I have it. I just got to look.
I don't know, but I'm excited for Wednesday. Wednesday's going to blow the roof off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to blow the roof off this whole thing.
I can't wait.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday can be amazing. But guys, everybody have a great weekend. We love you all. Thank you for watching again. Appreciate it. For What Does Joey Know? This is all you. Oh, this way. Jason, take it away, brother.
Thank you, Joey. See you later, man. Have a great weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for coming in with us. That was an awesome episode, if I don't say so my darn self. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Social distance, the whole thing, people, because we need you here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Again, the worst part of my whole day is trying to close this thing out. Why can't they do it the right? What the mother son of a... This is ridiculous.